Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work out a little bit more.
And the catch good. It's Eifert. A very solid gain of 27. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen? And the Broncos get there and take him down. Brandon Marshall coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long. To start things out. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Second down, Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
They go 368. 368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And able to find Green. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, take 53, 55. Roger, roger, roger. Stand down. 22. Hey, go, Rod, 22.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lenzen. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Over the middle, it's Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Keenum on 3rd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the 50, it's Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. He gets away from 1, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bullet good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return. Turn this one, he'll go and they'll start at the 25. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
And that is incomplete here. He was trying to get that one to Demaryius Thomas, and it's second down.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
And some room to work. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Andy Dalton now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it?
And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there, taking it in. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Keenum. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Keenum here again. He's going to slip. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are in for 6.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. Room here to run. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Let's go. Stand down. Hey, on yours.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Flush to his right. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Preston Brown in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
to me the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the...
Let's go.
To throw is Keenum. Looking long for Thomas. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Keenum. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They will go for it. It's Keenum. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Go on the ball. On the ball.
Dalton throwing on second down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They go play action here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On play action, it's Keenum. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket. for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Andy Dalton now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. And Dalton to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
It's Mixon on the counter, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Dalton here from the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Bullock will put this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Flushed out right. Sanders has it over the middle. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here we go, boy. Hey, orange,
He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dark.